Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we finally finished the entire server rack, and that means like all the power running, all of the servers are in place, the new rails are installed, the new servers are put in there, and the thermals are completely shut off, and it looks amazing. So this is the first time that I've had everything into the rack. And also moving forward, I might be renting out the remaining space to another person who reached out to me that lives not too far away. And they are going to ask if they can store 3 of their racks in my server. And I have the space and I have the power. So maybe I'll be renting out the top part of that server rack. So another thing is all of the stuff that I've been saying that Red Panda Mining has sent me. I bought that stuff off of Red Panda Mining, so he's not just giving it away, but yes, he's a very generous person, and I couldn't have done any of this without him for sure. If you guys want to go watch the live stream of me unboxing all of his stuff, click through my videos. I'll post it here. It was a really cool unboxing, about an hour of just like opening up all these different boxes of stuff that I had purchased, and it was really cool, and he was on the stream as well. So anyways, come and take a look at this. I'm so proud of the outcome. It's finally done, and we might be adding 3 more server racks to this, as well as doing a full networking switch upgrade and rack mounted patch panels, but we'll see if that goes through. I'm waiting on a potential sponsor for that. So anyways, glad you guys are here. Hope you love it as much as I did. Thanks. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to be removing all of the servers out of the server rack. Now the issue is that this is actually not a computer server rack, this is an audio rack. So it's not a standard 42U server rack with the proper connections here. The way the audio racks work is basically you install one of these types of things, and then you install shelving and whatnot, and the rails are different. So what I had to do to make this work in the first place was I bought some smaller server rack rails like this, which allowed me to basically put in 4U server racks. However, it only goes to here, so it's a small portion that I can install server racks into. So what I've had to do is I bought these new server rails, which I'm going to be retrofitting basically for the full amount of room up to here, and that will give me the ability to install, basically up here is going to be a switch and a patch panel, and then below I'll be able to install 8 servers into this rack, which is the ideal situation. So I could possibly have an additional, I have 5, so I can have an additional 3 servers in this rack once we have these rails installed. So we're going to be doing some movement of stuff. We're going to move all those power cables onto the other side here. We're going to be installing rails on that server, installing it here, installing all of these into here. We have to cut those to the proper size, and we're going to be moving this spare air conditioning unit over to this side and connecting it through the main duct, which we have here. And so yeah, we got a lot of work to do, but it first starts off with disassembling, shutting everything down, and getting it ready for new server rails. So here we go, let's do this. All right, sweet, we got the rails put on. So now it's ready to go into the rack, but we gotta put on those rails first. So everything's gotta come out, and we gotta cut those to size. And yeah, then we can start putting things back in. Sweet. It is silent. Oh my god, it's so quiet. You can hear a pin drop. Nice. So the next thing we're going to be doing is taking out the 5 modems, setting it aside, and then we'll get to work on removing everything, cleaning everything out here, and yeah, that's about it. All right, so we've got everything taken out. We haven't started working on the rack yet. We're just organizing the electrical so that's all on this side. At that point, we can put on a door over on this side and close it. So that's coming along. It'll look beautiful in a matter of seconds.
So at this point, we needed to measure out the new server rails that we were going to be installing. As you can see, they're quite a bit taller than the entire server itself, but we wanted to make sure that these rails were taking up the entire inside and also sitting on the ground for best stability. These are really thick metal, so we had to get a new toy in order to cut it. I was not going to be doing this by hand with a Dremel this time. Um, it was just going to be too much work. So here we go.
All right, here we are. We are going to test out my new tool. This is way more powerful than a Dremel. I'm done dremeling with my hand on all this stuff. This is pretty thick metal, so we're going to see how this cuts through thick metal. All right, we finally got the rails cut to size. They fit inside perfectly. Now we're gonna have to actually have some offset spacers here because it's too, you can't do it flush. I have to have it coming out a little bit so we can install the rails. So we're gonna do some test fitting now and see how that goes. Sweet, we got the new rails in. We test fitted a server. It's fitting perfectly, smooth as butter. Now time to put everything back in. Here we go. Things are coming along. We've got all the servers in the rack and actually have more space than we did before, just by using a shelf up at the very top here. We might change the shelf in the future when I get my networking stuff on, but for now we've got tons of space, even space for potentially 3 more racks, which is crazy in here. So the next thing we gotta do is start wiring things up and building the door over there, and basically that's it. Here we are. All the power's done. Looks great. It all comes to this one location, and now we're gonna cut this wall off completely, and we're going to put a door on the other side. So this is going to be closed off, and oh baby, is that ever sealed off? There we go. Nothing's coming out of there, except for, I mean, a little bit there, and we had to have some holes, but that is solid. So now to put the door on the other side, and we're going to obviously close the back there, but we're nearing the finish line here. Oh my gosh, it is finally completed. So we finished putting in all the servers in the rack, and we have space for 3 more servers because we moved that up. So we actually have space for 3 more 4U servers, which is incredible. We've put all of the power over here, and it looks so clean. I've cut some holes in the drywall so that there's no real gaps here all the way up. And we will eventually be piping this secondary air conditioning unit, which I don't need. I'll only need it if the window one goes on the fritz. but we'll eventually be putting that into the same exhaust that is now the back of the server. So the network all comes up here, which is fine. All of my networking is fine up there, nicely tucked behind. I even have a fan here that's blowing air still back of the server rack. We tested every single server for how much wattage it uses, and we were able to actually free up an entire circuit. So now I have 1.5 circuits free back there that are not even being used, which is awesome. This is just temporary right now. It's just blocking off the side heat. That's a door that is going to be, I'm going to have the hinges open, so when I need to work back there, I'll just open the door, and then I can get to all the cables back there, and then close the door, and that will seal up everything here. So that's just a temporary connection piece right there until I get the hinges. But besides that, it looks amazing. I'm so happy. Everything is back up in line, and I have so much space for more servers. So here are all these server connections all the way up to the top, and we're going to be doing networking soon. We're going to be getting a 1U switch with a patch panel, and I might even be hosting somebody's servers. So I have space for 3 more servers. Whether or not I have the power, that's another question. We'll have to see, but I did optimize each one of these servers in previous videos for power efficiency, and now, like I said, I've freed up an entire circuit and a half. So yeah, I've got tons of power left. Anyways, I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video because it took a lot of work. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos like this coming up soon. Thanks, guys.